What's up, guys? John Howell here. Hope you're doing well. Coming to you from a Sunday cardio session in the gym, and some things have been on my mind, and so I thought I'd just do this video. I just finished doing some treadmill, now some bike for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna do some stretching, then head back. Guys, I want to talk about your journey as whatever you want to succeeding. You've got to understand that the years of work that goes into achieving success and greatness, like true greatness. I spoke to a particular person today. I'll leave that person's name out. And they were like, it's like they never change anything year after year after year. Nothing ever changes. But they're always like, poor me, poor me. And it's like, but you don't ever do anything differently. It's like, you don't ever try to work on your craft of making more money. You don't ever try to work on your craft of actually getting better at doing anything like that. All they complain about is how the government's not giving enough money. It's like, well, start doing something that's going to help you move forward in a big way. So, essentially, guys, you've got to understand that every year, it's important for you to keep getting better and keep getting better every year. Don't just be placing it, if you're trading the markets, don't just be placing a trade in the market, say, well, this seems like a good trade because someone else said. No. It's definitely important to understand that each year you've got to get better and better and better at trading. Like, you've got to keep learning the art. Don't just be placing trades and try to rush into trades and rush out of trades and try to find the next best thing and next thing. No, because you're not moving forward in a big way. Like, you got to take your time. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work required. It's just the way it is. And each year, guys, if you want to get really good at trading and you want to move forward that way, then it's important for you to keep learning, keep educating yourself about how to read the market, how to read the charts, what's really going on right now. Not fundamentally, because fuck that shit, because there's nothing fundamentally sound about this economy right now. It's just not. So I say, guys, that no matter what happens in your life, like, you've got to keep moving forward, and you've got to say, okay, I reap what I sow. I reap what I sow. And what I'm reaping, what I'm sowing right now, is what I'm going to sow later, what I'm going to reap later on. But if you're not doing the work required, meaning you're not doing the proper research, you're not having a good trading plan. Now, guys, a lot of people don't even have a trading plan. A trading plan simply says this: when this particular chart pattern sets up on the chart, I'm going to enter when this happens. I'm going to have a stop here, and my profit target is going to be at least twice the size of my stop. At least. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4. I like to have the 3 to 4 range, because that just gives me, even if I have a 30% win-loss ratio, I'm good to go. And that's really important. That's money, and then money management is a good thing as well, important as well too. Money management trading plan is like, trade 5% of your account on any given one trade. Now, I do that because I trade options. So trade 5% of your account. I trade options, but then my average stop out, if I'm trading like that, might be like 20%. And then the profit target's like 60, 80, sometimes, a lot higher. You see what I'm going with that? And that's how you move forward, right? And it's really important. So that's what goes into a trading plan. But you've got to start doing the work required to that to start moving forward in a big way, moving forward. Because if you're not taking your time and putting these things in place, you're not going to move forward. You're going to keep doing the same thing year after year and not get a good result. You know what I mean? So that's really, really, really important, guys, to understand that, to understand moving forward in the markets in a big way. I'll give you a story here just quickly, and how important that trade and money management really is. There's so much to that, but the trade and money management is like this. I had a while ago. I stopped trading for a while, but maybe months. And I came back and I started trading again. And my first 4 trades were losers. And one was a 5% loss. As in, like, that's 5% of the 5%. Remember, I traded 5% of my account. I only give one trade. And I cut my losses short. Trade management, cut loss short, right? First trade was a 5% loss. Second trade was a 20% loss. Next trade was a 15% loss. Next trade was a, 10% loss. The next trade was like, call it 60% loss. Call it 60% loss. Oh, no, not 6% loss, about 20% loss. So I was roughly 50 to, if you take all of those together as a percentage terms of the 5%, I was around 50%, somewhere around there, 50% down of the 5%, right? 50 to 60%. So how much is my account down? If I'm trading 5%, and that's the case, well, my account is down now maybe 2.5%, close to maybe 3%. You know what I mean? Because 50% of the 5%, that's in total, including some brokerage, right? So that's what happened. The very next trade I took was like an 80% profit. I got all my losses back. I made all my brokerage money back, and I was just slightly in profit. The next trade I took was a 60% profit. I'm way back in green again. So I took literally 6 trades, 2 wins, and I was and my account was up like, I think about 2 or so percent, somewhere in there, from memory. You see what I'm saying there, guys? So that's a big thing when it comes to trade management. Again, guys, there's so much that actually goes into trading, and so that's the reason why I'm writing a book soon called The Foundation of Fundamentals that goes into a good trader. These are the things that's really important to you to have as a good trader. So, and it's really, really important to do this. So you reap what you sow. Start to put things like this in place, guys, because long-term success is based on what you're doing today. Are you educating yourself? Are you really working hard to understand how the market works? And guess what, guys? That never stops. That never, ever, ever, ever stops. You're always got to be completely honest with yourself. The next thing I want to say, guys, is that you've got to focus on where you're going. You've got to really, really focus on what you're doing. And visualizing is really important. I'll give you a story. Tony Robbins had told this story, and I couldn't believe it. It's a true story. There was 2 basketball teams. Both basketball teams had the same amount of work ethic, same amount of strength, same amount of speed. Very, very identical teams. Now, Team A, they just practiced free throwing. They practiced physically free throwing. That's all they did. Just practice. Team B, they practiced free throwing, but they also spent time visualizing them free throwing, visualizing. So what ended up happening? Team A, Team B, identical teams, came and had a competition, a free throw out. Guess who won? Was it Team A, who just practiced physically only, or was it Team B, who visualized it and practiced it? Team B. So the reason why I say that, guys, is that going based on what I was saying before about the trading plan, the reason why this works so well is because once you know the pattern, the setup that you're looking for, you can start to visualize in your mind and you can start to run on. I did this a while ago. I started picturing bear flags for some reason. Bear flags, and I visualized it, and within 4 weeks, I had like 8 successful, really, really beautiful bear flags set up to run on really good profit. So here's my Sunday thoughts, guys, for you guys. Here's some things that have gone through my mind. You reap what you sow. Work hard, guys. Get a trading plan together. And no matter whatever your outcome is in life, whatever action you're taking, ask, what is my outcome? And that outcome you need to see in your mind as well while you're doing the action. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action. Face your fears today.